behalf of Tennessee State University, we welcome you to Big Blue Country as we make this major announcement regarding our men's basketball program. I'm Kelly Sharp, the Assistant Vice President of Public Relations and Communications here at the Tennessee State University. We will open our program first with remarks from President Glenda Glover that will be followed by our Athletics Director. Then we'll make the major announcement. President Glover.
Good morning. This is an exciting day for TSU. We welcome Coach Brian Penny Collins back to TSU to take the helm as TSU men's basketball coach. And to take us to the next level, to what TSU has a tradition of doing, and that is winning championships. and Mr. Collins, being a player and a coach, he's used to that. Coach Collins returns to TSU to make his mark on the program, bringing experience and hometown knowledge, all of which will help us in recruiting local talent and in continuing to build a winning team. We appreciate the TSU legacy he brings, his family members who attended TSU, the community he represents. He has an understanding of and a love for our pride and traditions here at TSU. This is a great day for TSU athletics, and the TSU family. Our fans deserve this. Thank you very much. I now call upon our Athletic Director, Ms. Teresa Phillips, for a more detailed statement.
Let me first thank President Glover, as well as our TSU Board Chair, Dr. Joseph Walker, and the other trustees who were involved in this process for their support of this search. The decision to make a decision and to get a dynamic leader in Brian Collins may be a first for our institution. It's probably the fastest we've ever brought in a coach, and so I really am very grateful for their leadership in getting this done. Thank you, Dr. Glover. We have chosen, as I said in the press release, a person who is a thinker, a leader, a motivator, and a competitor, all attributes that will support our ultimate goal, which, as Dr. Glover already said, is to win championships, and I'll add, while building champions. To win championships while building champions. He brings a fresh enthusiasm, and I trust that he will infuse a higher level of energy in Gentry Center by really reaching out to the community, many of whom I see in the building right now, and also engaging our students, which I think is quite important. We will need every constituent. Everybody in the fold must come together if we're to bring ourselves back to that championship level that we all desire. Doing that, winning it all in athletics, winning in the OVC, winning in men's basketball on the Division I level, it's a formidable task. I think some people just say that that's something casual, you just should be able to do that. No, it's a formidable, but it's a doable task. First, it will start with leadership. The board leadership, the leadership of President Glover, senior leadership on this campus, leadership in the athletics department, and we really are going to have a full understanding that we must enhance our facilities, that we must really employ our support staff, which this is very important on our campus, and get everyone to understand how a successful athletic program can become a foundation for building and increasing your enrollment, to explode out your fundraising, and to bring national exposure to your university. That's what athletics can do if done right. No engine can drive a positive agenda for a university as quickly and as powerfully as a winning athletics program. It has been said to be the front porch. We say that. And I know if you have a house and you have a front porch and you've ever tried to sell a house, you know you have to have some good curb appeal. It makes a difference. It has to be intentional. There are no rewards without effort, without investment. Today we will begin that process. I'm going to end with sharing a few quotes of texts that I've gotten already this morning regarding the news that we were hiring Brian Collins. The texts, I'm not going to say which text was from whom, but it came from his college coach, Rick Bird, over at Belmont. It came from two of the coaches that he's worked with recently, the head coach at Illinois State, the head coach at East Tennessee State. It came from one of our former coaches, and it came from one of our former alums, basketball alums. And these are just a little tidbit. One person said he is a really bright, energetic young man. And they said some more, but I just took that part. Another person said he knows what he is doing, the perfect choice. Third person, and we just got a good little comment over here by his son, and he's so cute. I think he can probably help us recruit. A third one, you have an outstanding coach in Penny. Coach, recruiter, communicator, hard worker, intelligent. This is important, great person, a home run. And lastly, I gotta take my glasses off on this one. I want to congratulate you on hiring Brian Penny Collins as your next head coach at Tennessee State. He is an outstanding coach, outstanding person, and most importantly, he is a tremendous husband and father to Kia in history. He played a significant role in our success the past 3 years, and I know he will bring the same excitement to your program at Tennessee State. I love this statement. It just really makes me want to cry. It makes me think I might keep my job. Someday, you will look back on this day and realize you made the best hire you could possibly make at Tennessee State. So congratulations to you and your institution. These are from people who are in the business, who have been successful. And that just gives me a lot more confidence, and I had plenty in the first place, plenty of confidence in this young man. But without further ado, I want to introduce to you the 18th head coach, men's basketball coach of Tennessee State University, Brian Collins.
Have a seat. Yeah. Wow. That's all I can say is wow. I can't even put into words what this means to me today. This is something that I've been thinking about since I was a child. I can't even say. I'm scanning the room right now because I want to just look in people's eyes. And one thing I can see in people's eyes right now is people know it's about to go down. I can see it. I can see it. You know what? It's only one way to get the Penny era started. The band, are y'all with me? Yeah. So I figured this is a press conference, and it's usually serious, and I got a tie on today, but I'm not going to do a regular press conference and do all this Joe Blow stuff and be all nice guy. We're going to have fun. So, band, let's get the Penny era, the Penny Collins era started off right. Y'all ready? Yeah. Let's go. 1, 2, ready, hey. Stand up. All right, so I want to get started just by thanking the people that helped me get here. I want to thank Coach Phillips and Dr. Glover for believing in me. Without you guys, obviously today wouldn't be possible. I want to tell y'all a quick story. When I came here as a grad student, I was working under Sal Alexander as a grad assistant coach. And one day I was just out on the court dribbling around before practice started. Just got out there early, just kind of getting a little sweat in. And Coach Phillips was walking by, and she came down to the court. I don't know if she remembers this day, but she tapped me on my shoulder and said, "Young man, Penny, can I get your attention?" "Yes, what's up, Coach?" She said, "I just want to tell you this. You're going to be the future head coach of Tennessee State one day." Who would have known, 7 years later that is true. So it's a blessing. It's definitely a blessing. I do want to mention Dana Ford. What he did here at Tennessee State to me was just remarkable. He did a great job from where they were to where they are now. I want to give him nothing but credit, and I want to give him a hand real quick. I also want to thank. I'm coming from Illinois State. Dan Muller, our head coach there, for giving me an opportunity to work for him. It was a blessing to work for him, and he really, really taught me about detail. And I'm really excited that I had the opportunity to work for him. Even though it was only for 1 year, I learned so much under him. Before that, I was with Steve Forbes, and I just want to thank him for a second because he is one of the most underrated coaches in the country. He coaches with so much love and passion, and that's one thing I learned from him. I want to take a second to talk about Lewis Connor, our athletic director at Columbia State, who gave me my first head coaching job. I also want to talk about Lonnie Thompson, who's the former head coach from Cumberland University, who gave me my first full-time job at Cumberland. And finally, I want to thank Sal Alexander for even convincing me to get into this business. I was playing professionally, and I was working his camp, and he saw just the passion that I had with the kids, and he said, "Man, you could be a big-time coach one day." And I didn't want to get in. I didn't want to be a coach at the time. I really wanted to continue to play professional basketball. But after just talking over my family and praying about it, I decided to take that grad assistant job with Sal Alexander, and that was the best decision of my life. So thanks to Sal Alexander. Also, I want to take this time to mention a few other coaches that have really molded me. Obviously, my father, Ricky Collins, who's a Hall of Fame coach here in the city. Doc Shelton from Nashville, Martin Luther King High School. Jim Nauner, who's my coach at Whites Creek High School. Rick Bird, who's my coach in college at Belmont. Mike Williams, who's my coach at the Tennessee Thunder AAU program, and Jim Herrick, who was my coach in the NBA Developmental League with the Bakersfield Jam. So could you give a round of applause to those guys as well? Most important people here today for me are my family, who's sitting front row. I want to introduce my wife. Could you stand up, baby? Lakia Collins. And my son. Got you a little tired, I see you. History Collins. So, I want to thank them. I want to thank my parents for being here. My mom and dad and my sister are here. And you can stand up. History's godparents are here and their family. Y'all can stand up. Stand up. And I have plenty of other family members and cousins and family and friends all over here, so I love all y'all. Thanks for coming. Real quick, I just want to tell you how I got here, how I got to this point in my life. Talk to a little bit about where my background is, my life. I was born and raised in Memphis, Tennessee. We moved here when I was 11 years old, and that background I had from Memphis really got me into the game, really got me excited about playing. Then we went to. We had the opportunity to go. We had to make a decision. My mom and myself had to make a decision whether I wanted to go play for my dad at Pearl Cone High School or go to Whites Creek. And she said, "Coach's sons don't get no credit, so you're not going. You're not going to Pearl Cone." So I went to Whites Creek, and a very good story that I think was crucial in my coaching climb and my leadership was my sophomore year in high school. I wanted to be the president of the whole student body as a sophomore, which is, you're seniors. Only seniors get that job. And there was a couple people that had been the student body, the junior president, class president, and now they were seniors. Now it was their turn, their chance to be the student body president. And I told all my friends, "I'm going to run for student body president as a sophomore." They were like, "You're not going to win." But what they didn't know is I had a plan. Okay? My plan was, all the freshmen and sophomores are going to vote for me. It's 2 seniors running as well. They're going to split those votes. I'm a sure in. So, we gave speeches, and long story short, I ended up being the SGA president as a sophomore. And that was one of those times where I really felt like, okay, I can be a great leader. And I was able to lead not only on the basketball court as a great basketball player, but my sophomore and junior year, I was the student body president, and I was able to lead a whole high school into, we had pep rallies and all kind of different events, and I was always the spearhead on the prom committee and all that fun stuff. So that was the first time where I felt like I can be a great leader. Okay, so then Whites Creek, I had a great career at Whites Creek and had the opportunity to go to college. And I wanted to go to one college, but this one college didn't take me. We ain't gonna talk about that. So I ended up at Belmont University, where I had a fantastic career. I was on the first team ever to go to the to a postseason play at Belmont. We went to the NIT, and that was a big deal for us at that time to go to the NIT. I remember being on spring break, and we got the call from actually the assistant coach over at Lipscomb, Steve Draven, called and said, "Hey, we're playing in NIT." And we cheered like we were going to the Final Four. You couldn't tell us nothing about going to the NITs. We were excited about that. But then my senior year, we really knocked the door down, and we took a trip to the NCAA tournament. It was the first in school history at Belmont, and my class, my freshman class, we had fought all the way through my senior year and finally made it to the NCAA tournament that senior year, and that's something that we'll never forget. We made history there, and we talked about that. We talked about how big that was for the university, and to see what Belmont University is doing now. It started with our program in 2006 when we went to the NCAA tournament. After that, I had the opportunity to go overseas. I played in the developmental league as well. And then after that, I got into my coaching career. Started here at TSU, which it's amazing to see it come full circle, coming here as a grad assistant and getting to direct operations in my second year. And now, when I moved on from there, we had some good teams here. My first year here, we made it to the OVC championship game. We experienced a lot of success. And then when I left here, I had the opportunity to go work for Lonnie Thompson, and that was great for me because Coach Thompson provided me an opportunity to do a lot in the business. He gave me a lot of responsibilities that really sharpened me as a coach. That first year, we went 11 games that first year, and it was hard because we had 9 freshmen playing against juniors and seniors a lot of nights. But that second year, we worked hard in recruiting, and we came back and won 18 games. And that third year, we worked even harder in recruiting, and came back and won 22 games. So just that building of 11 to 18 to 22, and knowing that I had a lot to do with helping him build that program, provided me the confidence that I was ready to be a head coach at the age of 26. And he got me an opportunity with the athletic director, Lewis Conner, who I spoke on earlier, who gave me a job opportunity to be the head coach at Columbia State. And he went down there, sight unheard. And I got to tell this quick story about that. We ate dinner on our interview at Bonanza, which Bonanza is like an old country buffet if you don't know what that is in Columbia, Tennessee. That was my interview. And so we talked, and I'm lit up, I'm fired up. I'm saying, "Coach, I want to be the top team in the country. I want to go to Hutchinson, Kansas and play in a national tournament. I want to win a lot of games. I want to be one of the best." And he said to me, and this is no knock on Coach because we talked about it a lot. He said, "Brian, listen, just graduate your players. Don't worry about winning. It's hard to win here because we only had 2.5 scholarships. I want y'all to think about that. We only had 2.5 scholarships worth of money. Okay, so he said it's hard to win here. You're gonna be playing against teams that have full scholarships, 13 scholarships. So it's gonna be hard." And I said, "Yes, sir." So that first season, it was tough. We worked hard, kind of like the first year coming. We won 11 games. It was hard on me as a head coach. My wife knows I was coming home having sleepless nights. I was calling my daddy asking for advice. But it wasn't nothing other than just that's what you go through. We had a lot of injuries, and we won 11 games, and it was what it was. And I remember we had a postseason meeting with your AD, and AD said, "Told you that you can't win. Don't worry about all that winning, Brian. Focus on just getting guys better, making them better men." I said, "Yes, sir, Coach." Well, the second year, we had a phenomenal year with those same 2.5 scholarships. I went out and recruited big-time players. I beat out some people who I had no business beating out in recruiting. And those guys believed in me and our organization and what Coach Conner, our athletic director at the time, what he had enforced. And that second year, we were the number 3 team in the country. So we went so we went from an 11-win team to a 28-1-win team, and we went to the national tournament that year. So the best part about the story is we had our AD meeting again. And we sit down, and I'm talking to him, and I said, Coach, remember last year when you said it couldn't be done? And we laughed and joked about it, and it was great. But in the next year at Columbia State, we did it again. We were the number 4 team in the country, and we went back to the national tournament. That success provided me the opportunity to go to East Tennessee State with Coach Forbes. At East Tennessee State, we had to sign 10 guys that first year. And our staff, we hit the ground running, trying to find players. And in our first year, we were able to win 24 games. We had some marquee wins, and we did a really good job that year. But we had to do it again because we went out and got a lot of transfers, and guys left. And so we had to sign 8 guys in the second year. And in that second year, we went to the NCAA tournament, and I was happy to be a part of that. That provided me with the opportunity to go with Dan Muller. He had movement on his staff. I've been knowing Coach Muller for a long time, and he gave me the opportunity to come work for him. And this past year, we had a great season. We had a lot of injuries. We didn't have any seniors, and we still were able to win 18 games and make it to the championship game. And guess who beat us? Loyola. So I love Loyola, and I want them to continue to win. Just a quick note about me. This is, in my last 5 years, I played in 5 straight conference tournament games. This is not all about me at all. It's about the players and about the hard work we put in with those players. And I want to continue that here. One thing I want to talk about is what I expect out of TSU. Like I said earlier, this is my dream job. I'm going to win here, and it's going to be now. I'm going to recruit locally. I'm going to recruit. We're also going to recruit nationally. We're going to go after student athletes that have high character. We're going to go after student athletes who are coming from winning programs. We're going to go after student athletes that want to come and be a part of something special. They will come here. We want our culture to be all about winning. And that's one thing I can say Coach Ford and his staff has done. They have changed the culture. The guys here believe they can win. And I just want to continue to build on that. We want to play fast. I want to play fast. I want to get out and score. I want to play. I want to take a little bit of everywhere I've been. We're gonna press, okay? We're gonna change defenses. We're gonna keep teams off balance. We're gonna try to make it a track meet. I'm just telling you now. And I will tell you this: for all the people that are in here today, and Thomas Graham's got my phone, so he knows I got 500 text messages. You better go out and get your season tickets now. Okay? I'm telling you. We will make the Gentry Center the toughest place to play in the OVC. Okay? One more thing I want to talk about is we will be in the community. We will be involved. You will see us. You will see me. You will see our staff. You'll see our players. We will be really getting involved with kids and community service events all around the whole city, because we want people to know we need for them to come here, we will go to them as well. So we will support. And we're going to need, it's going to be, obviously I'm going to coach the team, but I'm going to need everybody's support to get this done, okay? All right, now, I did write something up, and I'm actually going to read this to you, because what I'm about to say to you right now is probably the most important thing I can say today on why TSU is important to me, okay? TSU is important to me because it's the trailblazing alumni that have come before me. It's the historical figures that have come not only from athletics, but this institution as well. I think about the games that I saw in the hole when it was packed. I remember the early 90s living in Memphis and coming in town for Christmas holidays and seeing Carlos Rogers and Frankie Allen have this gym tore up, people hanging off the rafters. I remember Anthony Law handing with turkey bone in his hands, screaming at the fans and other teams. I remember Coach Phillips and her staff with Connie Swift and Carolyn Aldridge had the best team in the OVC. I remember going to football games watching Leon Murray throw bombs. I remember tailgates and being excited for homecoming parades like it was Christmas Eve. The aristocrat of bands and their symphonic sound, it's amazing that they can play music to take you to a place of just sheer joy. Oh, you don't believe me? All right. Da-dun, 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 dun, 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 da-dun, 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 dun, dun, dun. All right? And now, look, if you don't see that, you don't feel that little energy right there, you need to go and get about the room. It's amazing that you can hear that music and get you excited. I mean, that's worth the price of admission right there. And who doesn't know the song? I'm so glad I went to TSU. I'm so glad I went to TSU. Yes, I'm to TSU singing. Who doesn't know that song? I was hoping that would play out well. Thank you. So, like I said, who doesn't know that song, I'm So Glad? The world-renowned Tiger Bells and Wilma Rudolph, groundbreaking. The frats and sororities that wear their colors with pride, like a badge of honor. I mean, when I was growing up, my mother used to sing the Greek alphabet to me. Mom, I'm sorry, I'm not gonna sing it right now. I knew that before my ABCs. Not to mention, the coolest students in the country go here. Some of the most just beautiful people of all colors go here. I mean, it's obvious I met my wife here. There's so much culture and passion. I think about Jefferson Street. I think about the barbershops and the beauty salons and all the smell when you go in there, the oils and alcohol and hair grease. And the years and years of those people making our city beautiful. It's the smile I see on people's faces when you walk around this campus. All the legends of high school athletics that never truly felt like they felt the love from Tennessee State. Listen to me now. For every great player who left the city, that will change. I can guarantee that. I mean, what more do you want? It's the land of golden sunshine. By the Cumberland's fertile shore stands a school of greater service, one that I adore. Alma mater, how I love thee, love the white and blue. May we strive to meet thy mandate with faith that's true. Okay, not gonna be long. I'm not gonna finish up. I know I've been up here a while, but this is my day. Okay, this is my day. I'm just gonna tell you, I might not have another day like this, and I'm cool with that. You know how everybody's got this conscience that has like a positive and negative side, like in the cartoons back in the day, you got this little positive version of yourself and this little negative version of yourself when they tell you and you're trying to make a decision on what you're going to do. And it's this negative guy over here that keeps saying stuff like, why TSU? You can't win there. You can't do it. Are you sure you're ready? Well, I'm just going to tell y'all, with me, this little guy right here, he didn't already pack his stuff up. He is gone. It's positive and confidence. I'm ready to go. Okay? I want to motivate this city, not just the players, not just the institution, not just the faculty and staff. It's the whole city. I want kids to see somebody from their city that looks just like them that can make their dreams come true. This is my dream job. I'm not trying to win here 1 year, 2 years, and go find something bigger and better. Uh-oh. I will be here as long as I need to be here. So with all that being said, it's only one thing to do. I'm going to unbutton these shirts. I'm going to roll my sleeves up. And it's time to go to work. Thank you.